How's it going, everybody? Nathaniel from RCInsight here, and today I am back with another Perplexus video. I am reviewing the brand new Perplexus GO Harry Potter Golden Snitch Perplexus, and this is the latest in the Perplexus GO line, which is a line of Perplexus games that was launched by Spin Master last year, which are these very small, like handheld side travel-oriented Perplexuses. They're small, they're meant to be taken on the go. This is the third Perplexus GO after the Perplexus GO Stairs and Perplexus GO Spiral, which came out at the start of this year. And this is the second official Harry Potter themed Perplexus to go alongside the Harry Potter Prophecy, which is just a reskinned version of the Rookie/Rebel. Now, I got this Perplexus from Amazon for, I think, like 15 bucks, but I do not know where it is currently available. It was not available in Canada. I had to ship it from the United States, so I don't know where it's currently available. It seems to have had a relatively quiet release. It's been out for a while. I just want to shout out to Latest Obsession for sending me an email to let me know that this was even out now, because I've been looking for new Perplexuses and I hadn't seen anything. So it's out. It's brand new. I don't know exactly where you can get it yet, but I expect it will have a wide release sometime in January of 2021, and it should be more commonly available. So real quick off the bat here, I just want to get the stand that it comes with out of the way so you can kind of see what that looks like. And it is the Golden Snitch wings, and so it just sits like that. It has the wings on the side and the stand on the bottom, and it clips into these little spots on the edge like so, and it displays like that. Very nice, easy way to display the Perplexus. I really like that touch with this, and obviously that comes off so you can play it without. Now, as for the Perplexus ball itself, like I said, this is that Perplexus GO size ball, and like the other two Perplexus GOs, it is 1 through 30. Now, unlike the other two Perplexus balls, it does have some of that texturing on the outside, which is very similar to what you got with the Perplexus Death Star, where it has the actual outline of the Death Star with these little lines and crevices you can see on the shell. And I'm sure that is a Harry Potter reference. Right off the bat, I will say that I'm not very familiar with Harry Potter, so I don't necessarily catch all of the Harry Potter references in this, but I know that there are some. This course is also all gold. I think it looks good. I really like it. And it is the first Perplexus we've got that is entirely one solid color, as far as I know. So that is interesting, and I figured it was worth pointing out. So, like I said, this is 1 through 30. It just has a start, no checkpoints, and this is a very well-designed Perplexus for its size. It is jam-packed in here. I really do not think you could fit more in here, and this is honestly a great Perplexus. It is by far the most difficult of the 3 Perplexus GOs that have been released to date. I don't know where it would rank overall, but I honestly think this comes in around the difficulty of the original. It is surprisingly challenging for the small size. Now, getting into some of that challenge and the unique obstacles, right away we start off with a little bump there that we have to get over, and then this very unique trap door obstacle, which I've not seen before, with the 2 there. You drop through the door and down onto a lower section of track. And then we get our second unique obstacle right after that, which is something that I have never seen Perplexus do. It's awesome. It comes into play about 8 times, and it is this swinging staircase. You can see it swing there, and it comes into play several times throughout the Perplexus in many different arrangements. It is awesome, and I love it. And of course, it's a staircase section, and who doesn't like staircase sections? And I imagine it has some homage to Harry Potter, and you'll notice that depending on how it's comboed, it can actually be a double staircase also, which is quite unique, and I really, really like that. Now, arguably, those are the only 2 totally brand new obstacles in this Perplexus, but there's a bunch that have a bit of a new spin on them. 5 here is another, I'm sure, little Easter egg paying homage to Harry Potter with that boot, and also the chalice at the bottom. 30, the end, I think, is also a little bit of homage to Harry Potter as well. This Perplexus has tons of drop sections, which I feel like is a staple of Perplexus these days. So there's a bunch of drop sections, some more difficult than others. Obviously, a drop section to end it all, and there's a few complex drop sections that are kind of tied in the middle there that also involve the swinging staircase, which again, I think is used a total of 8 times, and I love how it's used. Other obstacles that are worth pointing out, Like many Perplexuses, this has what I call a very simple butterfly section. It's just a classic Perplexus obstacle, and it's in here twice. I really like that inclusion. There is also one of these track pieces, middle track pieces, that kind of weaves through it. It has a little roller coaster feel with those side bracings there, or cross bracings, and that is something that makes this not a necessarily unique obstacle, because we've seen stuff like it before, but different because there has not been a kind of mid-track piece like this that has the cross bracings, and the marble can actually get caught up on that a little bit. So it's a little more tricky to navigate. It requires a little bit more force to maneuver around. There is also this really windy golden piece of track that is another type of obstacle that we really haven't seen much outside of. I think there's a small section in the original, that little purple zip line section is what I call it. And so this is similar to that, but it's much more twisty and windy, different. It's not necessarily a new type of obstacle, but it's presented in a way that's different than anything I've seen in Perplexus before. So again, I really, really like that. The last obstacle that I think is worth pointing out is towards the end here. There is this little propped up piece of track, again another one where the marble sits in the middle of the two sides, and you'll notice how there's some elevation to this. This is a concept that has kind of been toyed with since the very original Perplexus. There was a small section like this, and you also got quite a bit of it in the Revolution Runner, but it's not a type of obstacle that comes up very frequently, and getting kind of the wavy ups and downs, or the hills through that section, is definitely another kind of twist or iteration on an obstacle that I haven't seen before. And then, as always, there's lots of one-wall sections, lots of drop, flip sections, all that sort of stuff. Standard, classic Perplexus obstacles for you to expect. So that's what you can expect out of this Perplexus. Overall, I think this is great. It's a good challenge, more difficult than the other two Perplexus GOs. Like I've said, it's certainly not the beginner Perplexus, is not what I would start with. It offers a very nice combination of classic obstacles with a little bit of a new spin on them, as well as some brand new obstacles that I've never seen before. It's loaded with new obstacles, or obstacles that just feel fresh. So I really, really love that about this Perplexus. The color here I think is great, and even the little lines in the shell to make it just a little bit more difficult and challenging. Overall, really, really well designed Perplexus. It strikes a perfect balance. If I had one complaint, the track doesn't quite feel like it's that solid Perplexus track. It feels a little bit too light, and the marble feels a little bit smaller here, and so it has some of those issues that I feel plagued the two Rubik's Cube Perplexuses, in that it doesn't quite feel like a Perplexus when you're actually playing it. The feel, for those of you who have played multiple Perplexuses, it feels a little bit different, and that's the only small drawback or nitpick that I have for this. But otherwise, I do think it's a really great combination of everything that I love about Perplexus, and it feels fresh. And I really just hope, it's very much kind of a classic Perplexus at its core, and I hope that we get something like this in the near future that is in a larger scale, maybe a revisiting of a classic Perplexus maze in a full size. One can hope. But that is my review for the Perplexus GO Harry Potter Golden Snitch. I really like this, as you can tell. I would say if you're a Perplexus fan or not, you got to go out and buy it. It's one of the better Perplexuses there is. Stay tuned for a walkthrough. I will have one coming very soon, and you can also expect a Perplexus ranking video in the near future. I'm getting ready for that. So again, if any of that interests you, if you want Perplexus, my channel is really the only place on YouTube to find Perplexus content. So subscribe if any of that interests you. If you like this video, click the like button. I said that in backwards order, but yeah, click the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. Really much appreciated. And with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.